Alright, welcome back to yet another video. We'll just keep adding stuff to the project. In the last videos we set up some oops, not sure what happened there. In the last video we set up some hit detection per bone for our AI. So I think we should work a little bit on getting damage on our player. So I got like a comment saying we should have some, because now when we get attacked we only play an animation. Somebody wanted like on screen flash effect and some injured animations, so that's gonna be fairly easy, so let's do that. So let's make the AI damage our player a little bit better, or the effects when that happens. So a couple of things. The first thing we need to fix is that's one hit, that's two hits in one, that's two hits in one again, that's a lot of hits in one. So we need to fix the overlap, because it overlaps several times and applies damage more times than one in every attack. So on our collision where we apply damage, I've done this in plenty of other videos, so let's do it here also. Promote to variable. I'm just gonna delete it. Now we have a variable with our master player. I'm gonna change it to an array, and we are gonna name it I'm just gonna put my teacup away. Already damaged players is what I usually name it. So if contains item collapse the function, we're gonna make a new function. We're gonna call it check already damaged. So input this player to check, which is gonna be the damaged player. If already damaged contains our player, then we won't do damage. So we're gonna add a return node. We're gonna add an output. That's going to be a boolean, already damaged. So if already damaged contains a player, it's going to be already damaged, otherwise it's not. If it's not, we are going to add the player to the already damaged. Like so. So now we can do the check. And false, I think. Yep. And we need to do it here as well. So if it's not already damaged, we will add it to the array. So that means the next time it overlaps, it's only gonna happen once. Then we need to find our enable damage. I think you only have one. I just created another one for the other. So we have hand damage left in one of them and hand damage right in the other one, so that we can actually do separate attacks. But by the end, on the end overlap, that's like when these states end, so we're not already attacking anymore. We're gonna get already damaged players, and we're gonna clear it. We're gonna do it in both. You only have one, so you do it in yours. But we have two collisions, so I do enable damage right, enable damage left, and depending on like what hand we're attacking with in the animation, I enable a different one. That should be it. Let's check. I was about to try to drink my mic. You can see it looks like it's yeah, so there's only one damage. Looking good. Okay, so that's one thing fixed. Yep, cool. So we said some kind of flashing effect on the screen. I mean, I don't really like that effect, but we can add it, and we can, if you want it, you keep it. If not, you don't give it. So let me just get some kind of texture. 1 second. All right, there we go. I got some blood textures here. So, bum bum bum. We need a HUD. We don't have a HUD actually. So, do we? Yeah, of course we have a HUD. I'm stupid. We definitely have a HUD since we have an inventory. But do we have anything in the... Yeah, we have the pickup stuff here. Okay. User interface. Create a new WB blood effects. So we got these. I got some blood textures, so I'm just gonna drag them into the blood effects HUD. And I mean, there's several ways to do this. You could get like a frame of blood if you can find something like that. I'm just gonna add some blood effects randomly. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna use it because I generally don't like these kind of effects, especially not in third-person games. Makes some kind of sense in. I guess it makes some kind of sense if it's first person, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna tint it all red, a little bit darker, maybe some opacity. Maybe not 0.5 is a bit much. There we go. Something like that. I'm not sure. Do we have a game that I can use for reference? On-screen blood in a game. is this? Fallout? Do Fallout have this? There are some. Okay, yeah, they took my approach with just a bunch of blood everywhere. Something like this. Not sure. Something like that, maybe. I mean, I'm just gonna check how this looks. HUD. We have our main HUD. We're gonna add WB blood effects. We are gonna anchor it to the entire screen and set all of the offsets to 0 just so we can have a look. Yeah, it's not really very nice, is it? Let me find some nicer blood. 1 second. All right, we are back. So, on this one, what I did was we have one edge image. So this is just an image. You can find them on Google. Just Google blood edge screen image or whatever. You'll find this, or you just make your own. This is one of them that I just made a bit darker with some opacity. And then we also have some just normal blood splatter effects that I just spread out. You can spread them out as much as you want to. Basically, what we're gonna do is, so when we get hit, this flashes and then it fades out to only these ones that are also gonna fade out. So we need an animation. So I'm just gonna call the first one blood flash, which is gonna be for this image. So from the start, the opacity of this one will be 0. But we are gonna go from we're gonna set track. So this is how you make UI animations, basically. So we're gonna click plus on animations. We're just gonna name it blood flash, and then you're gonna add a track, and then you just select what you want to affect. In this case, it's the image 4, which we can call blood edge. So it's the blood edge that we want to affect. The opacity is set to 0 by default. So we just add track, color, and opacity. So basically, what we want to do is, it's going to start by 0. But at 0.10, we will set the opacity to 0.8. And at 0.2, it's going to go back to 0. Just going to default it back to, yeah. You can see. So this is the animation when we get hit. But I mean, if you want to keep it, you can just add it in. If you want to keep that image for longer, you just increase the duration. So you could do something like, oh, sorry, I'm tired, long day. You get what I'm saying. So you can do a longer animation and whatever. I'm just gonna make it flash, but you could easily just add, you could set it to 0 here instead, and then keep it at 1 here and remove this, and just for instance you could do like this, so that's a little bit longer. You can do however long you want to, but as I said, I'm just gonna have it as a quick flash. I am also okay, not the tint, we're gonna use the color and opacity instead. There we go. Ah, why doesn't it work? Okay, yeah, because I had the animation selected. So, blood flash, it starts. Okay. Annoying. What's happening? No animation selected. Just want the image. Right. Something like that. 0.8. This is the color and opacity. Good. Right? Save. This is the default color and opacity. We got the flash. And we're gonna use the same. Okay. Because we were changing the color and opacity, I guess. This is bugging me out. I'm just gonna delete this because it's annoying me. We're gonna go back to using the tint because apparently that one is just ruining it. We're gonna create a new animation, blood flash. We're gonna use another track. We're gonna select the blood edge. We're gonna do color and opacity. And by default this one is going to be set to 0 opacity, but the tint will be red. So here it's going to be 0, 0.8, 0. There we go. So now it's working. So I'm just gonna see. Good. Okay, and we're gonna have blood image 1, blood image 2, blood image 3. So, custom event, event hit. We are gonna play animation. The animation is the blood flash. And we are gonna get the blood image 1, set visible. I'm gonna create another variable called hit integer, hit manager, make it an integer, and we are gonna get it and we're gonna increment it. So ++ to increment it. So from there, increment, or just type ++. Before we do that, we are gonna get the hit manager. We are gonna switch on it. One, two, three. So if it's 0, we're gonna set the blood image 1 visible. So this is what we're gonna do. If it's 1, we're gonna set blood image 2. It's 3, we're gonna set blood image 3. And from here, we're gonna do a retriggable delay of 5 seconds. Actually, no. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, let's do this. So we're gonna do another animation called fade out blood. Which is gonna select fade out blood. We're gonna select all of these 3. Actually, no. No, that's fine. Okay, let's just let's keep it like this for now. In our main HUD, we're gonna do the same event hit. From here we're gonna do blood effects. We're gonna this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna create an animation here. Blood fade. So it's gonna take the entire blood effects, which is the entire one, and we're gonna do color and opacity. Alpha will start at 0. It will fade in by 0.5. Actually, it can start at 1. We're just gonna, yeah, that's better. We're gonna start at 1 and over for 3 seconds we will still be 1, but then over the next 3 seconds we will fade out. So there we go. So the blood effects doesn't stay. So yeah, UI animation is fairly straightforward. You just add keyframes whenever you want to. So we start here, color and opacity at 1. We keep it at 1, and then we start to fade out from 3 seconds to 5.25 or whatever you want to. So that's just a fade. So when we hit, we're gonna play animation. It's gonna be the blood fade. But we're also gonna get the blood effects. And we're gonna trigger event hit on that one. What happens if we get hit several times? It's gonna restart the animation, right? I think so. And then we only have the visibility from this one. We don't need 3 seconds retrigger. The fade out was about 5 seconds. So we'll do a retriggerable delay of 6 seconds, where we will set these, all of them, to hidden again. I'm sorry if I'm not explaining things properly now, because I'm super tired, so it might be that I forget to, maybe this isn't very obvious, but anyway, yeah. So we're gonna set it to hidden. We're just gonna see how it works, then I'm gonna walk through everything again, just so you can keep following me. Oh no. So by default, these should all be hidden. see what happens. Nothing happens. Yeah, that's because we didn't actually do anything. So when we get hit, we're also gonna get hot ref. We're gonna take event hit, which is the event on the HUD. You can see that we get more and more blood on the screen. If we stop taking damage, it's gonna fade away. It's not really working properly. I think it's because of this, right? Ah, yeah, because I never set this hit manager to 0 again. Yeah. So the hit manager needs to be set to 0 after we hide them again. This is some primary stuff. Like, when you have these flashing effects, it's a bit different, I think. Okay, let's see, it's fading out. More blood. More blood. It's fading out again. Yeah. But you do you in your game. I showed you how to do the effects at least, so that's how you could do it. Obviously there's plenty of ways to actually make it look nicer. Is valid? Some kind of error, so let's see. We wanna play everything even if it's not valid though. So save all. You could also obviously get rid of the screen flash. I think for me that's gonna be nicer. I'm just gonna set this to. I'm just gonna set this to hidden, and we can take a look at how it's looking. You can see we got some blood, and you can do as many images if you want to. Maybe they shouldn't be opaque. Yeah, that's just one way to do it. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I'm probably not going to use it in the end, but it's there. So anyway, drag down on the video a little bit, so I'm gonna end this one here, and we'll do some injured animations in the next one. So yeah, peace out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.